directors for Ghost in the Shell standalone SAC 2045 that are on that's on Netflix for seasons. I think they should be coming later on. But right here next to me, I have Mitsuhisa Ishikawa. He's the president of Production IG. The reason I decided to do a panel this year, I actually wasn't going to until like maybe 4 weeks before today, because I'm still very scared of COVID, and so many of my friends gotten it already, and 2 of my friends actually passed away because of COVID. So I've been taking it very seriously and cautiously, and that's the reason that I was going to take another year of break. But turns out that he, the president of Production IG, is going to no longer going to be the president of Production IG. Oh, I know, but he's actually going to be the chairperson. And George Wada, who is currently the president of WIT, is going to be the new president of Production IG. Announced that, publicly maybe about a week ago, and he actually pushed it so that it gets released. The announcement gets released before the Anime Expo panel, and because I knew that was going to happen, and this panel is going to be the last panel that he's going to be speaking to you guys as the president of Production IG. So that's why I decided to do this panel, and I'm very happy that so many of you guys have shown up, and I do see some familiar faces, and hi! And then I brought some swag also, and but because I haven't done this panel in more than 2 years, I did a virtual panel a year ago, and so I'm a little bit discombobulated, and I'm not very well prepared. So please excuse me. Please don't hate me for this, but just bear with me while I get used to doing this panel. So without further ado, I guess we will have Mr. Ishikawa do his little introduction. He's prepared it in English. So yeah.
This is Mitsuhisa Ishikawa. Thank you for coming today. I'm so grateful that about 1,000 people came here this time. And 4,000 came to see us in the past year. I'm sure this is all because of my popularity. Popularity. I'd like to say thank you to the anime fans who came here today, including you. I have been the president of Production IG for 34 years. But this will be the last time. Last time here. I speak with you as president of Production IG. But don't cry. I know you will miss me, but we are always connected through anime. Thank you, Anime Expo, for your help and support. Please let me say thank you again. Arigato! Let's have fun today.
Thank you, Mr. Ishikawa. So now we have Kenji Kamiyama and Shinji Aramaki. どうぞ上がってきてください。So yeah, they came to Anime Expo as a guest of honor, and they are promoting Ultraman でしたっけ、今回いらしてUltraman, and I think there's going to be a couple of big panels or events happening tomorrow. We will let you know that later on. But I just want to briefly talk to you about how I met Ishikawa. This was like 25 years ago. I joined IG. I started IG USA, which is the American entity of Production IG. A lot of people make mistakes by saying, well, is Maki the president of Production IG, or is Ishikawa the president of Production IG? I am the president of Production IG USA. So some people say I'm the president of IG, but I'm not. But anyway, so this was like 1997, when I was still 3. And and I was working for another company back then. In fact, I was actually working with Aramaki-san. We used to work for this small CGI company, and they brought me over to LA to start a LA office. And Aramaki-san at that time was working as a mecha designer, so we've known each other even longer than I've known Ishikawa. But anyway, so back to the story about me and Ishikawa. He, one of the other mecha designers, he's a mecha designer of Ghost in a Shell, Atsushi Takeuchi. He's also our mutual friend, and we've been, because Mr. Takeuchi was also working with that, at that same company. So he asked me, hey, do you want to work for an anime company? And I said, no, I don't want to work for an anime company, because I don't know anime, and I wasn't too fond of it either. So, and then Takeuchi-san's well, why don't you just interview with Ishikawa-san anyway? So I was already in LA, he was in Japan, so we had a phone interview. Oh, and before that, he asked me to watch, he told me to watch Ghost in the Shell. And this is still on VHS, right? I mean, you guys probably don't even know what a VHS is. So I borrowed a VHS tape from Takeuchi-san, and I hate to say this, but I don't really like movies. I shouldn't really say I don't like, but I don't really watch movies or anime or TV just in general. I'm more of an outdoor person. I do, with animals and horseback riding and all that. So, but anyway, so he told me to watch it before I have an interview with Ishikawa-san. And then I tried to watch it multiple times, and I just couldn't stay awake through the whole movie. I mean, it's a great movie, but it was just not my type of movies. So I would pop in the VHS once, and then how when you fall asleep during it, it just it plays all the way, till the end, and then it auto rewinds, right? You guys know that, right? So guess how many times I had to do that? I mean, I just couldn't watch it. It probably went 15 times. And then I still couldn't watch it. And then my interview with Ishikawa-san was the next day. And I go, oh shoot, I can't even watch it. And then I popped it in again, and it got stuck. So it was Takeuchi-san's, his personal VHS that was signed by everybody, and the tape got stuck. And I felt really, really bad. I mean, I still feel bad to this day. So I had an interview with Ishikawa-san, the next day. He asked me if I watched Ghost in a Shell, and I said, yes. And he was well, what did you think? I'm great. But I actually didn't watch it, so now I'm telling you, gomen-nasai. And then he asked me all these anime questions, but again, I didn't know anime, at that time, so I couldn't answer any of the questions. And then in the last question that he asked me, 覚えてらっしゃいますかね、一番最後に聞いていただいた質問が、アニメ好きか嫌いかって言ったらどっちって。He asked me if you were to choose between like and hate. I mean, hate is a really strong word, but like and don't like, which would it be? And I said the latter. And then he told me,
yeah, I think so. Telespan speaks so longer. You introduce both.
So that's how I got the job. But I'm sorry, I talked too much. But let's just introduce Kamiyama-san and Aramaki-san. They can introduce themselves and say a little messages to you guys.
皆さんこんにちは。ゴースト・イン・ザ・シェルとか IG でいろいろ監督をしてます神山健二です。
Hello everybody, my name is Kenji Kamiyama. I direct a lot of shows at Production IG, such as Ghost in the Shell. And he actually recently did the Star Wars Visions. Yeah,
僕は IG とは直接関係しているといえばウルトラマンと、ゴースト・イン・セールで神山さんと一緒に共同監督をしております。あと、なんだっけ、そのとこかな。はい、寺島さんとは付き合いがすごい20年以上の付き合いがあります。はい、よろしくお願いします。
So my name is Shinji Aramaki, and I don't actually directly work with Production IG, but I co-direct a lot of shows such as Ultraman and Ghost in the Shell with Kenji Kamiyama, and I've known me for many, many years.
Yeah.
It's been over 20 years, so nice to meet you all.
Yeah.
じゃあ今何をやられてるかっていうのをそれぞれ話せるレベルでいいので、神山さんの方からお願いします。
そうですね、もう4年、足掛け5年ぐらいやってた高架機動隊の2045が今、ネットフリックスで配信されてます。あとは、荒牧さんと一緒にウルトラマンのシーズン3ですかね。
So the two seasons of Ghost in the Shell SAC 2045, which is currently on Netflix. It's something that we've been working together on for over 4 or 5 years. And yeah, you can watch that on Netflix right now. And then also Aramaki-san and I are both co-directing the season 3 of Ultraman.
Again.
あとはそうですね、ロード・オブ・ザ・リングのアニメーションに今取り掛かっている感じですね。
And I'm also currently working on the animation version になるのかな、アニメ版ですよね。
映画ですね。
Anime feature of Lord of the Rings.
一緒です。一緒に、今ウルトラマンの第3シーズン、ファイナルシーズンですね。ファイナルを今作ってます。はい。
So I am currently working on season 3 of Ultraman, the final season, with Kenji Kamiyama.
じゃあちょっと私はプロダクション IG の社長でもありますけど、そのプロダクション IG とウィットスタジオ、シグナル MD と3つの会社のアニメ会社の IG ポートってホールディング会社の CEO がやってるので、なんでそれを言ってるの？
So I'm the president of Production IG, but I'm also the CEO of a company called IG Port, which is like the parent company of Production IG, WIT Studios, and Signal MD.
で IG は配球、黒子のバスケっていうジャンプの、それを作ってます。
So Production IG has made a Haikyuu and Kroko's basketball.
その時ウィットスタジオっていうのはアタックオンタイタンとスパイファミリー、あと王様なんで、要するに。
So WIT Studio made Attack on Titan, and they made Spy Family, and Osama Ranking, King's Ranking. Ranking for the King. So I just want to show you. So this is a PowerPoint that my coworker in Japan made me. So this is the season 2, currently on Netflix, Ghost in the Shell SAC 2045. That's co-directed by Kenji Kamiyama and Shinji Aramaki. How many of you guys have seen it? Yeah, did you guys like it? Who loved it? Who loved it? You loved it. Here. This is really cool. Now you're gonna say, it. All of you guys are gonna say, I loved it. No way, no more. Nobody else? I have another one. Who loved this show? Oh. Tell me something really good about this show. Yeah, right. Anything, something more concrete that you guys have seen in your house?
Have the original team back, particularly the original team back on both the Japanese and the English voice actor side. It was good to have them all back.
Okay, yours. 神山さんと荒牧さんからなんかファンに向かって2045質問をなんか難しい質問投げて難しい質問を投げて答えられた人にこのシャツをあげる。So I'm gonna have like Kenji Kamiyama give you guys the hardest question about Ghost in the Shell this series, so that you can really prove yourself that you watched it. And then another one from Kenji Kamiyama, and Ishikawa is gonna strip, and then he's gonna give you this T-shirt. Yeah. It's a collab between New Balance. So this is like a really cool T-shirt. There's a white version and then the black version. I think, yeah. And then I think there's only three. There's only three. じゃあ神谷さんすっごい難しいコアな質問を誰でもいいです。You know, even like the staff, you know, my people, whoever, they can answer. Good answer. じゃあ神山さんなんかめっちゃ難しい。
難しい質問ね。はい。ゴースト・イン・シェル2045で、新しい、江崎プリンというキャラクターが登場するんですけど、彼女がの、バックエピソードっていうのかなで、SAC シリーズファーストシーズンに出てきたエピソードと彼女の、若い頃のお話がリンクしているエピソードがあるんですけど、そのエピソードタイトルまあタイトルじゃなくてそのエピソードのどこかとつながってるかが分かる人がいたら石川さんがさらにサインをしてくれる。
So there's a new character named Esaki Pudding. She comes out in season 1, and then in season 2, her childhood story is talked about. So there's like a linkage between the 2 seasons of that character. I think his first question, or the former question was, what is the title? What is the name of that title of that episode? But I don't even know. So like, you know, so I think that's too hard. But if you can like, you know, recognize that linkage, or like if you can like briefly talk about what her linkage of the season 1 and 2, he's gonna give you this T-shirt, and he's also gonna sign it if there's a pen. You know?
I think so. It was because Bata was involved in the death of her family. So then basically she was so it kind of developed a relationship with him. And then one of the gifts that Bata gave Puddin was a pudding. That's why she changed her name to Puddin.
Great, thank you. Does anybody have a marker? Oh, perfect. Yeah. I don't know. Remember he wrote script once before at the opening ceremony? Like years ago, he was at the opening ceremony and he stripped. じゃあ荒牧さん次の質問っていうかなんかマニアックな質問あれば。
はい、マニアックちょっとじゃあ僕は若干優しい質問を、今度の、広角機動隊204 SAC2045 で、劇中にある有名な小説をモチーフにしております。 そのタイトルを言える人はいらっしゃいますでしょうか。
So this new season, there's within the story, they used a very famous book, a novel. Does anybody know as a motif? Does anybody know the name of that book? Yes.
1984.
1984.
いや、
Yay! Good job. Okay. So, good, awesome. So I'm going to actually move on because there's still a lot to talk about. So the agenda of this panel is that I'm going to show you this PowerPoint. This is basically what's happening at Production IG Japan and the WIT studios and all that. I manage the IG USA office. I produce Furikuri, the sequels, and then Uzumaki and all that. So there's a lot to cover. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just flip through these while they sign these. So yes, there's another one that was after the there, the beyond. And then all of these, like this PowerPoint will actually be up on my Twitter later on after this panel, and then there's like a YouTube link to it, so you can actually click and then watch it. Just enjoy it. I'm just gonna go through this really quickly. So the Klutzy Witch, this is coming out at the theater 2023 of spring of 2023. And then now Wit Studio. Pokemon, and Vampire in the Garden, the Moonrise, so they're doing this major panel Sunday. So go see that, and then I think the producer and the director are here also as guests of honor. And then so WIT is having the 10th year anniversary, and then they just actually started a Kickstarter. So yeah, so you already funded? What? Okay, what can I give you? I don't even know what this is. It's a acrylic key holder of pipe gear. Wonderful. Yeah, so perfect. Thank you. He's a rich man. Please help support them if possible. Thank you. And I think that's it for the 日本はこれだけですね。何か他にありますか。IGSA その4作品の発表しようと思うんですけども、なんか神山さんとアルマキさんの方から何かアメリカのファンに向けて言いたいこととか文句がないなんかありますか。今回アニメエクスポにまた来れてどうですか。
First time.
Oh, I just asked them like if there's anything that you want to tell you guys, they want to tell you guys like any messages or any complaints or anything. They have no complaints, but Shinji Aramaki just said that this is actually his first time at Anime Expo.
明日夜何時だっけ6時ぐらい。明日すごいメインステージでウルトラマンのすごいショーがありますのでぜひ見てください。
20時。
何時だっけ？18時だったかな。20時だそうです。20時。
So he just wants to say that tomorrow at 8 p.m. at Petrie, I think it's at Petrie Hall this one. No? Petrie Hall, there's a huge Ultraman event that you guys should go check out. Yeah? So yeah, so we probably want to do a Q&A at the end of it. Oh, no, sorry, no, not right now. But I want to talk about, so there's 4 shows that I'm producing right now. The first one that's going to come out on Toonami is called Housing Complex C, which is a horror show. It's a completely original, by an original, he's a game creator. He doesn't well, he has a biological name, but he doesn't reveal it. He goes by the name Amphibian, and it's a story inspired by Lovecraft, and it's really, really scary. And it's a mini-series, so it'll be over in 4 weeks if you hate it. But I want to just show you, he has a video message. He's kind of like a weird person. I mean, I've never met him before. I was like, trying to edit his video, subtitling it. Oh, he's really creepy. So, which is great because this show that he's creating is going to be also creepy. And the studio that I'm using is actually not Production IG. It's a studio that worked on a TV commercial, a promotional commercial for the fragrance, the designer brand Gucci. I don't know if have you guys seen that? Like I produced the commercial for Gucci featuring Miley Cyrus. Yes. Okay, you guys know that. So it's the studio that did that. So Vincent. No, that's not your name. What's your name? It is Vincent. Because you played HCC. Thank you. So it's a video message from Amphibian.
Greetings, US anime fans. I am Amphibian, a scenario writer dwelling in Japan. My pen name might sound strange to you. I named it respectfully from the amphibian-related biology which I studied in the university. というわけで、アンフィビアンです。よろしくお願いします。シーダンチとは、現代日本にもありふれている安価で高齢化した集合住宅の一つの名前です。そしてありふれた社会問題、文化衝突、類まれな恐怖、そして奇跡を描いた物語の名前でもあります。西暦2000年の夏、シーダン地に新たな住人たちがやってきます。多くのトラブルとともに、元から住んでいたたくさんの老人たちと一人の少女は戸惑いつつも新たな仲間を受け入れようとします。しかし、悪意、そして常識では計り知れない怪奇現象が徐々に新旧の住人を追い詰めていく。果たして悪意を持つ者が誰で、真意は何なのか。小さな団地で描かれる人間模様とサスペンスが主題の一つとなっています。もう一つの主題ですが、この物語は黒崎という都市にわずかに伝わる古代の神話を追う電気ホラーでもあります。二つの主題が絡み合い、周辺の枠にとらわれないボリューム感のある物語になっているかと思います。私はこれまで VM と呼ばれるカテゴリーのゲームを作ってきたクリエイターです。このお話をくださった日本のアニメスタジオ暁の社長さんも私の VN を遊んでくださった、そのご縁でお声がけいただいたということになります。地球にはたくさんの国や地域があります。そしてそれぞれの国や地域には様々異なった星の数ほどの社会問題が存在するわけですよね。それを引き起こす原因、人間という死が根底に抱えている不具合っていうものは、おおむね共通してるんじゃないかと思ってるんですね。あなた方にとってシーダン地っていうのはエキゾチックな物語に思えるかもしれません。もちろんそこを楽しんでもらいたいとも思ってます。そこの中で描こうとしたこの人間の普遍的な欠陥というものにもぜひ目を向けていただけると嬉しいです。アニメエキスポに来られているアニメのファンの皆さん、実は私はこれが初めてのアニメの脚本のお仕事です。このインタビューの時点ではこの物語がどんなアニメにあったのか全然まだ分からないです。ひたすらドキドキしています。皆さんと全く一緒です。ぜひ一緒にドキドキしてエキサイティングな時を共有しましょう。
Wait, you need to stop that, sorry. Sorry, that was a total spoiler. But so that was the message for Housing Complex C. I haven't announced when it's coming out, but it's definitely coming out this year on Toonami. So yeah, stay tuned. And then the next show that I'm going to talk about is Furikuri Grunge, which is a sequel to and then. So I have a video message from the director of that show. Could you play Furikuri Grunge? Oh no. What do you have on the video list? I'm sorry. Is there Takekiyo? Do you see Takekiyo?
I have that.
Yeah, just that one. Don't play anything. Just that.
監督をやらせていただいてますモンブランの竹清と申します。よろしくお願いいたします。フリックリグランジはですね、これまでのシリーズの中でも多分初めて働いている3人の少年少女のストーリーになります。僕らモンブランピクチャーズは CG のアニメーションをツールにしているので、これも新しいチャレンジになるかと思います。フリクリの続編をやらないかと声かけいただいたんですけども、まあ先ほど申し上げたように僕らのメインツールは CG のアニメーションなので、いやこれフリクリを CG で果たして皆さんに満足していただけるものができるのかっていうのは僕らもとっても心配で、なのでちょっと即答はできなくてですね、最初テストをちょっとやらせてくれっていうことで春子を CG で僕なりに動かしてみて、なんか結構これはいい表現がきっとできそうだねっていう手応えを得てから、じゃあぜひやらせてくださいっていうようなことになりました。なので今も、CG アニメーションとして、ちょっと新しいチャレンジも含みながら格闘しながら作っていってるんですけど、お話としてはすごくいいものになってるんじゃないかなって僕らは感じていて、皆さんに楽しんでいただけると思っています。今回のお話は先ほど申し上げたように学校も卒業して働いている3人の少年少女が、初めて大人の入り口に入るところを描いたお話になります。これはもう日本であろうがアメリカであろうがどの世界の人でもあろうが共通で、ちょっと大人になる瞬間のちょっとほろ苦さっていうんですかね、感じていただければいいなって思って作っています。今回僕ら新しいフリックリを作らせていただいてるんですけど、最初に作られた鶴巻さんのオリジナルのフリックリには最大限の敬意を払って、フリックリが大事にしていたものを僕らも大事にしながら継承するものは継承しつつ、21世紀の今新しくチャレンジできるようなものも僕らとしてはどんどん取り込んで今作っているので、なんかそこら辺両方楽しんでいただけるといいなと思っているので、ぜひ楽しみにしてください。
Followed by Furikuri Grunge is another one called Furikuri Shoegaze, which is a sequel to the Alternative. So, do you want to play the video message of the director? I think the file is called Uemura. Do you have that?
フリクリシューゲイザーの監督をさせていただきます上村です。前回のボルタナも、監督させていただいています。よろしくお願いします。オルタナティブの10年後の世界っていう形で作らさせていただきます。で今回はカンナが主人公ではなくて、新たに中学生の男の子と女の子が主人公の話です。これ以上は言えません。オルタナティブを作り終わった後にまたカートゥーンさんから、もう一本作りませんかという話をいただいて、引き受ける段階で面白いプロットが書けたら作りますっていうふわっとしたお話を開拓していただいたので、いろいろとちょっとプロットを練ってみたら書けたので行ってみようという形で作らさせていただいてます。僕のキャリアとして元ガイナックスっていうものがあって、そういうものの集大成みたいな形でオルタナティブを作らせていただきたいので、今回のシューケイザーはその先みたいな形で次のステップとしてのフリクリを作れればなと思っています。その少年少女の出会いがあって、フリクリのその思春期特有のみたいなものは描こうとは思ってますけど、結局フリクリってそれぞれのフリクリがあるんだっていうのは本当に常々感じているので、自分の中のフリクリと重ねるもよし、新しいフリクリを楽しんでもらうもよし、もう本当に見て楽しんでいただければっていうのが、それがフリクリかなと思っているので、楽しんでみていただければと思います。実は僕アメリカには行ったことなくて、大会の機会はあるんですけど、いつも何かスケジュールとか仕事が合わなくていけなかったので、 アメリカに行って皆さんといろいろお話できたらいいなと本当に思ってます。ぜひぜひシューゲイザーを楽しみにしていただければなと思ってます。
Today's biggest announcement, you want to play the last one that you sort of played? So this is regarding the two Furikuri sequels. Do you want to play that?
フリクリの続編が出るということで、そしてまた僕らに音楽を提供して頑張りました。いいのができました。今回はですね、今までの既存の曲のセルフカバーももちろん入ってるんですけど、それだけではなくて新しいチャレンジとして、絵コンテを見せていただいて、もう仮の声優さんのアフレコも乗ってるような状態のものを見せていただいて、その物語を見ながら、僕なりにこういうサウンドトラック合うかなっていうのを考えて、でそれを監督さんに、チェックしていただいて、いやここだけもう少しこうしてもらえませんかっていう、こういう何度も細かい打ち合わせもして、僕も監督さんも、納得のいく、自信のある、ものができたと思ってます。そして、主題歌、新曲を作りました。主題歌を作るときは、初期のものであれば、直太の、青春時代を思い浮かべたり、その登場人物のキャラクターに感情にして、作ってます。今回は、春子ってどんなイメージかなっていうことに、一番重きを置いて作りました。サウンドも面白いものになったと思ってます。ぜひ、楽しみにしてください。まだ僕もね、完成品見てないんですよ。なので、すごく早く完成したのをみんなと同じような気持ちで、楽しみにしております。またいつかアメリカツアーにも行く。
Awesome. So I know you guys all want to hear about Uzumaki. The truth of the matter is that it's been delayed once again, and we did have the official press release on that. But don't feel negative about it, because like it's still being made. I went to Japan 2 weeks ago. I went to the studio, and it's coming out great. I mean, like, it's something that nobody has ever seen before, so I can't wait to show it to you. A lot of people may have guessed or assumed that it may never be made, but it is definitely being made, and it's just that it won't be released this year in October. But we will let you know as soon as we have the final release date on this, and then if we have any clips that we may be able to share, we will do that as well. The official Twitter account is twitter.com/uzumakianime1. So go there and follow it. We don't have that much stuff going on there yet, but we will keep updating it. So thank you so much for your patience. If you were dying to watch it this October, I'm the same way. I've been dying also, but it's unfortunately is not happening, and the reason for that is that we're really trying to recreate the very fine line of Junji Ito's manga. It's really difficult because the fine hairs and on the the lines of the corpse and all that, we have to really recreate it, so it's taking a long time, and appreciate your patience for that. So yeah, I guess that's it for my presentation, and we do have 20 minutes for a Q&A, and then I do have a lot of giveaways, and yeah, please feel free to ask questions to them, the guests. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For now. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I was hoping you could talk about the process of creating the Star Wars vision with Disney. I'd love to hear about the process you went through.
Okay. 一番最初の質問なんですけども、そのスター・ウォーズビジョン、作られたそのク クリエイティブプロセスについて教えていただきたいんですけども。Thank you, you guys, for those of you who are leaving, thank you so much for coming. It was great seeing you guys and hope to see you next year. Thank you. スター・ウォーズビジョンの、クリエイティブプロセスですね、どういう感じで作られたんですか？Like in terms of like ideas, like how did they come up with ideas and all that? どういう形でアイデアができたのかというと、あとはディズニーとのそのコラボというのはどういう形で？
アイディアに関しては、
Can you guys quiet, please?
スター・ウォーズエピソード4が僕がまだ12歳かな13歳の時にエピソード4を見た時の感動を、自分なりに作りたいの。僕ずっとスター・ウォーズを作る人になると思ってましたから、13歳ぐらいまで。その感動をなんかもう一回自分なりに作れたらなっていう思いで、作ったのがビジョンズの9筋じゃないですね。
So the idea came about, like I've always been a huge fan of Star Wars, and then like up until I was like 13, I always told myself that I'm gonna eventually become a Star Wars creator. And then like when I was 12 or 13, I watched episode 4, which really inspired me. And so, you know, regarding the Star Wars vision, that's where my idea came from. And then in terms of like collabing with Disney, I think maybe Ishika can talk about.
なんかね、アニメ業界愛知作った時にディズニーのことをね、ディズニーは嫌いだってずっと言ってたんですよね。ディズニーみたいなアニメーションは嫌いだって言ってたんですけど、これを神谷監督でスターを作ってディズニーが好きになりました。
So like when I started production IG, I actually was always saying like I don't like Disney, I hate Disney. But like this time around, after Kamiyama made Star Wars Vision, I fell in love with Disney. Sorry. So yeah, go ahead. You.
Thank you. Would there be any new Furikuri manga? Possibly.
We're gonna who's gonna?
Any manga or?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. フリクリの漫画っていずれ出ると思いますか？
出ないと思います。
I don't think so. Okay.
For any future plans for Ghost in the Shell, whether it be SAC or the others, what subject matter would you like to take a tackle at next? Because I know in season 1 you guys took with the original Ghost in the Shell SAC, you guys took on about dealing with corporate issues, and then the second season, which was my main favorite, you took on like refugees, war, and terrorism. So what would you guys like to go hit on next? What would you guys hit on next?
次のそのゴースト・イン・ザ・シェルを作ることになった場合に、なんかシーズン1もいろんなトピックがあって、2番シーズンSAC もトピックがあって、今回のその24号に関してのテロリズムテロの話だったりとかあったんですけども、次のもしゴースト・イン・ザ・シェルを作るとなったら、どういうトピックに取り掛かりたいですか？
シーズン2ちょっと見てない人も多かったんでネタバレしにくいからあんまり言いにくいんですけど、ウェブ 3.0 っていうかね、メタバース的なね世界が本当に現実でも、作られるようになってきているので、その辺をもうちょっと具体的に作っていく。だから一人一人にこうメタバースの世界があるようなそういった世界になっていくと思うんで、それを題材にするかもしれないなという感じですかね。
So like I don't want this to become like a spoiler for the people who haven't watched season 2 of 2045. Is we talked about the metaverse. So like each character has their own metaverse. The web 3D. So that's the topic that I want to try to tackle for if there's going to be a sequel to that. You in the pink, and then after that you, and then after that you. Oh.
I only want to say that I got Kusanagi, the Major's Dataport's tattooed on my neck.
Oh, you do? Come on over. 草薙素子のね、タトゥーを首の後ろにしてるらしいんですよ。OK、じゃあ、なんかあげない。
ああ、すごい。
Which one do you want? Black or the white? The white. Okay. I want to go. Okay. あ、じゃあ、神山さん当ててください。神山さんと荒牧さん選んで。
はい。じゃあ、さっきから挙げている方。
Okay. The gentleman in, yeah.
You mentioned going to work on the Lord of the Rings anime. What part of it is looking forward to the most?
ロード・ザ・リングスやるにあたって、どの部分を楽しみにか、一番力にするか、何を楽しみにしてますか？
そうですね、ヘルム・ザ・ハマハンドっていう原作の中でも割と人気がある、王様がいるんですよ。そのキャラクター、本当に短いエピソードなんですけど、それを広げていく作品になると思うので、ヘルム・ハマハンドって僕も原作を読んだ時にほんのちょびっとしか出てこないんだけど、全体のストーリーの中でも伝説になってるのね、ハンマーハンドで、その王様を描くので、今までのロード・オブ・ザ・リングのシリーズともまたちょっと違うんじゃないかなと思って楽しみにしています。
So there's in Lord of the Rings there's the king Hammerhand. So the one that he's directing, the one he's making, the story kind of revolves around that king. So yeah, so it's something that you guys may wanna look forward to. Oh, people, so raise your hand if you have a question for Aramaki-san. Okay.
My question is for Shinji Arumaki. Is there any chance in the future, in near future, you could work on another Genesis Climber Mosquita anime? Would that ever be possible, and maybe with production IG or something?
Mosquita をね、また次やる機会とかってありますか？でもしそれやることになったら IG に作らせてもらえませんか？
そうですね。実はアニメーションではないんだけど、雑誌展開でサイドストーリーをこの夏から実は始めるんですよ。雑誌展開だって地味なんですけど。でそれを始めるので、もしかしたらそれがうまくいったらアニメーションになるかもしれないんですが、その時はじゃあまた石川さんに相談して、石川さんまだ力を持ってらっしゃると思うんで、会長にちょっと相談して、はい、ぜひやらせていただければと思います。はい、それは
お話を書いていくってことですか？
そうですね。今デザインももう自分で進めてて、そういう企画が今進んでますので、はい、楽しみにしてください。でもなんかいろいろね、契約の問題があって、アメリカではなんか公式には展開できないかもしれないんですけど、なんかはいそうみたいだけど、はい。
So as of now, there isn't any production. I mean, like any plans for animation. But as of the summer, they're making magazine stories. Starting this summer. So this is going to be like the publication only for Japan. We don't really know what's happening, outside of Japan. But he's already started like designing characters and all that. So if that picks up, then maybe like he'll talk to Ishikawa. By then, he's no longer be the president. He's going to be the chair. But he's going to talk to him about the opportunity to make it at Production IG.